How's everyone?
Good.
So what did yesterday's conversation bring up? And what was the plan of action in the day?
I actually, thought to just keep on moving the way I am. And yes, assertive was something which really kind of attracted me a lot. And I wanted to know more and more about being assertive. So, and I was trying also. फिर मुझे लगा कि मैंने आपकी जो कॉल है assertive वाली वो थोड़ी दोबारा सुनी.
Okay. And then?
And then I was like, okay, थोड़ा इस तरफ शिफ्ट होने की कोशिश करते हैं.
Right. So, yeah, cool. Okay. I was asked by someone that are you going to do a workshop on that? I said, yeah, I will. Give me some time. And so tomorrow mostly I'll be traveling. And so tomorrow and day after, like Saturday, Sunday, we may not have a call. We'll have a call on Monday after this. Okay. And yeah, today's Friday, right? Correct.
Good morning, Bandana.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I wasn't well yesterday. My throat, and I don't know why every day 4 o'clock I start sneezing,
Oh,
and that disturbs my whole day.
every day 4 o'clock or yesterday and this?
No, last few days, about 4 5 days.
Okay, and then what do you do?
But I do my soul's temple, and I take all that garam pani and whatever needs to be done, little bit of breathing. It's just sneezing throughout the day. There's nothing, but it's at that particular time that I start sneezing.
Okay. And what awareness do you get when you do soul temple?
Some irritation is showing up.
Irritated with yourself, with another person?
No, with myself. Now I don't see another person.
No, you got to see other people also. I mean, you don't have to be blind to what other people are doing.
No, not that. I'm okay with whatever is happening around. Everybody's on their own journey.
Right.
And I accepted that I've chosen my journey. So sometimes I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay. What age are you being right now?
The actual age you're asking?
I'm asking you the number that came to you.
50.
You're being 50 right now, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, actually, what's your current age? Because I don't know what's your current age. So it's like.
I am 68.
Okay. So 50. So what happened when you were 50?
I don't remember anything as such, but yes, I was working. And I was happy meeting people, and I was happy going out of the house and working and meeting new people every day. And whatever work I was given, I was enjoying. I was the designer that time. So it was not always sitting at home and looking around the same mess and same clearings all the time. It was not just being obsessed with my own thoughts and clearing and, So I was getting something more than that from going out.
People around.
Yeah.
So when you don't have that and you have to like just be in your house, isolated, and looking at your own thoughts, etc., etc., what does that do to you?
No, I'm happy going on an inward journey, but at the same time, I just am missing people, some friends.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
Inward journey never means that you don't meet people or anything. It's the inward journey is about being aware of your own thoughts, being aware of your body, being aware of your basically being mindful of every action that you do, your thoughts, behavior, actions. Uh, that is nowhere being secluded or isolated or excluded or not meeting people. None of that.
I just feel I'm analyzing it too much, I'm just only thinking, oh, I'm thinking of this today, but then this is not the way it should be. The spiritual journey is not about this. So even if I have a desire, I just suppress it. I mean, if I
So that is what is hurting the throat. So, okay, fine. Let's all do this. You can also do Kiran. Suppressing my desires is my soul's temple.
suppressing my desires is the soul temple.
Suppressing my desires is my soul's temple.
Suppressing my
Suppressing my
desires
desires is my soul's temple. Yeah, you continue. I'll mute and you do it. We'll all do it together. Suppressing my desires is my soul's temple. 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 My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My need to suppress my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. My resistance to express my desires is my soul's temple. And usually, whenever we express our desires, we don't like to hear a no. If we get a no and then we think that, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody anything anymore. I mean, I'm just getting this sense. And I also have been there, done that. Like if I ask something from someone, if that person says no, then I'll be like, fuck, I'm not going to ask anymore. Okay. But we are not able to see the other person's point of view or what is the other person's situation, why the person is saying no. And even if you can see that the person is genuine and saying no to what you're asking. For example, if I have to ask something from my daughter and she says, Mama, I'm really busy and I can't do it right now. Okay. Now, she is genuinely busy and that is why she's saying no. But then because I express my desire, very rarely I express my desires, and then she said no, then it just feels that, okay, I'll stop expressing my desires. Now, this is the reactionary response. that we all give. Okay, so the next thing for me, it would be that while expressing my desire, I also have to be willing to receive a no from people. Okay, you cannot like expect that every time I express my desire, it will be fulfilled by somebody else. Yes, if it is a desire within me and if it is in my control, for example, oh, my desire is to exercise in the morning, I can get up and I can exercise. But when it involves somebody else, anybody else, family member, friends, etc., we have to consider their point of view. And at the same time, what we have to look into is what is it doing to me? For example, it's not even funny. Yesterday, I told somebody something that I would like to have this, and that person said, "Hey, you know what? Right now, I'm not in a position to do that, and this and that," and I just got irritated. Okay. Now here you have to get into this. Okay, what is it doing to me when somebody says no? And even if that person is artificial and saying no, or really saying no because they have some genuine reason that they can't do it, but what is it doing to me? Okay, and why can't I hear a no when I can say a no? Why wouldn't I like to hear a no? If I want my life my way, and when people ask me for something I can say a no, then why can't I hear a no from someone? Okay, now here is the thing that we have to look inward, that okay, what is it that uh, immediately came to my mind when I'm thinking of all this, that oh, I asked this and this person said no. So what comes to you, Kiran?
I stop asking.
Correct. So this is what everybody does. So if you stop asking, what will happen?
Irritation.
Irritation, yes. And what? You will not get what you desire, first thing. Second, you will stop asking, so there's no future possibility of getting that also. Third, instead of stopping to ask, you could ask somebody else. Right? You could ask somebody else to do the same thing that you asked this person to do. Okay. It is not, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि there's no other person who can fulfill your ask in the world. There are so many people we know, but we have a lot of expectations from one particular person, one particular source, one particular way. That is the problem. That I want it this way only. I want it from you only. I want it from you the way I want it.
That's true. That's so true.
So what is that? Like, and then if I don't get it from you the way I want it, I'll never ask. Wow, we are brilliant people.
Is this ego? Is this ego? I mean, because I also face this problem a lot. कि अगर उसने नहीं किया तो फिर मतलब कि किसी और से पूछना ही नहीं है.
ये ego नहीं बोल सकते. It is just बच्चा जैसे होता है. नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. Like that.
Zid hai, zid
हाँ, that's all. Zid hai. Because this friend of mine yesterday, I asked something, this guy, he's like, how stubborn are you? तेरा sun sign क्या है? I was like, Aries. Ha, you're so stubborn. I'm like, yeah, I am. So what? So that is also stubborn, right?
I start analyzing whether it's like Sheetal said, is it ego? Is it me being wrong? You know, like I just
No, but even if for me it is like, yeah, I'm wrong, but it's okay. I want to be wrong right now.
yeah, that I have learned from you many a times, you know, in the morning classes. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, TK, yaar, I can't be right all the time. I don't have to be right all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody has to be right all the time. And nobody can be right all the time, first of all. Because you cannot be right all the time. If being right all the time, matlab doing everything that everybody else wants you to do. That is right in this reality. Right and wrong is just, oh, if you keep doing what I'm telling you to do, you're right. If you don't do something I'm telling you to do, that means you're wrong. Now, this is the way this reality functions. Right and wrong is very convenient. Right and wrong is very subjective. Right and wrong is as per my right and my wrong, and your right and your wrong, and all of that. So, it is not that if you're asking something from someone and somebody doesn't do it for you, that they are wrong and you're right, or you're wrong and they're right. It's nothing. It's just that there are two different people. This person has different priorities. This person has different priorities. And this person's priority is different from this person. So if this person is asking, this person is telling, no, I can't do it. Because my priority is something else right now. Now, either we can respect their priority, that fine. Even I like to respect people to respect my priority, so I can respect this person's priority. Or we can say, okay, fine, I don't want it from you, I'll ask somebody else. And then go and ask somebody else and keep it simple. It's like, I remember a very beautiful exercise that Dattatreya Khanolkar, he had given in one of the foundations that I did with him. And I mean, this reminds me, like, if at all you get an opportunity, you must do a foundation with Dattu. I mean, those who know Access Consciousness. So Dattu, in his first foundation, first day, break time, he gave us an activity that you have to call 3 people and you have to ask for something that you know that they won't give. And that's the homework.
But when people don't even respond,
It's
if
okay.
you
He just
call out
said,
somebody,
he said that you have to call 3 people, jinko ki you know that they will not give you what you're asking for. But you have to call them and still ask.
no, Vandana, some people are not even answering the call.
Yeah, but whatever. He's telling he gave all of us the homework that if somebody doesn't answer call, you'll call somebody else. But you have to call 3 people and ask for something that you know that they will not give. Now, it is such a task for people to like it takes a thing, man. Because when he said, I mean, because it was a task, obviously I wanted to do it. But it really took a thing from me that I know this person won't give, then what's the point in asking? Right? We really don't like to ask. We don't like to ask. And funnily, I mean, and after doing that call and that person saying no one time, you call another person says no, or one person says yes and one person says no. Third call, you'll think so much, do I want to do it or I'll just let go this exercise? It is I mean, he made us do it and I'm so grateful to him for making us do that activity. And I love Dattu. Like, Dattu is like my sweetheart. He's like such an amazing facilitator. The way he facilitates, he will not be harsh on you. He'll just tell you that do this. It's for your own good. And when you do it right, with that kind of love and kindness that you would say, that it would be very, very different. But then actually when I called 3 people that day, that I knew that they will not give, out of that 2 they didn't give. 2 people said no. 1 person said yes. And it was not about how many people are saying yes or how many people are saying no. He said, it's nothing. We don't have anything to do with what they did. It's about you. Are you willing to still keep asking for something that you want? If 1 person says no, are you willing to ask another person? Are you willing to ask another person? Are you willing to ask 10 people?
That's where I lose the desire to
But
ask.
yeah, so what is that? When you lose the desire to ask, what is it about? You know, what does it bring up for you is the question. What does it make you feel?
Left alone?
Huh. And now this can be very individual for every person. For her, it was left alone. For another person, it can be, I feel rejected. For another person, it can be, I feel put down. For another person, it can be something, okay? Now that's a brilliant, that is why always when you're doing Soul Simple with somebody else, ask them what they feel. It's not about you, it's about them, okay? So feeling left alone. Now let's do feeling left alone is my soul's temple. 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 My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My need to feel left alone is my soul's temple. My resistance to be included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. My resistance to be inclusive and included is my soul's temple. And I'm also addressing my need to stop asking, okay, not being willing to listen to a no is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. Not being willing to listen to a no when I ask something is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My need to have expectations from certain people to behave a certain way to me is my soul's temple. My resistance to drop my expectations from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop expecting from one person and ask another person for what I desire is my soul's temple. And also, expectations come from our need to fulfill other people's expectations. So when we keep on fulfilling other people's expectations, we expect that somebody must fulfill our expectations also. Because first we fulfill a lot of people's expectations, and a lot of people have a lot of expectations from us. And so when we are fulfilling a lot of people's expectations, we assume that somebody must be there who will fulfill my expectations because I'm fulfilling this person's expectations. Okay. Now it's expectations that are hurting here, not the ask or not receiving or being left alone. None of this is the story. It's expectations. My need to fulfill your expectations, my expectation that you fulfill my expectation. Okay. So fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. 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 My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My need to fulfill other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to first fulfill my own expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to actually no, it's my resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. My resistance to stop fulfilling other people's expectations is my soul's temple. Huh. Wow. Cool. Yeah, what's happening, Kiran?
I see that it is more of my expectations from others. Like, I'm not giving in too much, but I'm expecting a lot.
Yeah,
And
in either case, it's expectations that are hurting.
yes, and in my good sense, like when I feel I'm being too judgmental, everything is okay. It's just a momentary situation which will pass, so I come to the judgments,
Yeah,
of somebody not being cooperative, not being nice. So
yeah,
that's why when the good sense prevails, then I think it's my judgment
it's
and nothing
fine.
is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, how's your throat now?
better, better.
Better, right? And how much are we willing to keep on asking that, okay, fine, if I didn't get it from this way, I'll get it from some other way, I'm still going to ask. And receive it from wherever it comes from.
मैं तो यूनिवर्स से पूछती हूँ, मैं ज्यादा लोगों से नहीं पूछती हूँ.
नहीं, बट यूनिवर्स लोगों के ही द्वारा देता है.
ठीक है.
तो हम ये भी नहीं कह सकते हैं कि लोग इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, क्योंकि यूनिवर्स खुद आके तो नहीं दे रहा है हमको, कोई लोग ही दे रहे हैं, राइट? लोगों से हाँ पूछना है कि नहीं पूछना है, ये अपनी मर्जी है, बट लोगों से अगर नहीं पूछ रहे हैं तो उसके पीछे हमारे अंदर का क्या ईगो है, हमारे अंदर का क्या जिद है, हमारे अंदर का क्या हर्ट हो रहा है, या क्या हमको ना सुनने की आदत नहीं है. और
हमको पहले से ही पता है कि वो बिल्कुल नहीं पूरा करेंगे, तो यूनिवर्स और भगवान ही पूरा करेंगे.
हाँ, बट वो पूरा नहीं
कैसे
करेंगे तो जो आपको चाहिए कि आप किसी और से मांग रहे हो क्या? क्वेश्चन ये है.
Vandana, I want to speak something here.
Yeah.
Like the other day when my in-laws were really unwell and they're alone in Delhi, we were requesting our close relatives to help in terms of, giving them food for a couple of days because we knew that my mother-in-law is old and, we didn't want them to struggle so much that everything just collapses and we will not, because कोई अंदर नहीं जा सकता, कैसे करें? तो माय मदर इन लॉ वाज रिजिड कि नहीं, मुझे नहीं लेनी किसी से हेल्प, जैसे भी होगा मैं करूंगी, कैसे भी करके मर जाऊंगी तो भी मैं करूंगी. देन शी सेड मेरा भगवान है, मुझे मदद करेगा, मैं तो अपने भगवान से मांगूंगी, मुझे इंसान से कुछ नहीं मांगना है. सो माय हस्बैंड गॉट सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. ही वाज लाइक भगवान बांसुरी बजाते हो, सिर पे मुकुट पहन के आपके सामने खड़े हो जाएंगे आकर के आपकी मदद करने के लिए, आएंगे तो
ये
इंसान
लो
के
प्रसाद.
सर पे मतलब कृष्णा सर पे मटका रख के आएंगे और बोलेंगे ये खाना ले लो, या रामचंद्र जी हाथ में धनुष लेके आएंगे और बोलेंगे ये खाना ले लो. मतलब कैसे आएंगे भगवान? कोई इंसान का रूप धारण करके ही आएंगे ना.
हाँ,
आप इंसान से नहीं मांगोगे तो भगवान के द्वारा आपको कैसे मिलेगा? भगवान के द्वारा, इंसान के द्वारा ही मिलेगा आपको.
करेक्ट.
तो ऐसे ही वो बोला कि सिर पे मटका, बिकॉज़ ही वाज सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड टेलिंग हर कि कोई आपकी हेल्प कर रहा है तो आप हेल्प लो. एंड शी वाज रियली गेट अस कि तुमने किसी को क्यों बोला मेरी मदद करने की? तुमने क्यों बोला?
Yeah, so
Why
that is our very high ego.
Yes.
कि मुझे हेल्प नहीं लेना है.
हाँ, मेरा भगवान मेरे को सब हिम्मत देगा, मैं सब कुछ कर पाऊंगी, तुम देखना मैं कर. एंड like the doctor was telling कि no, she will need help. Be prepared कि अभी थर्ड डे है, फोर्थ फिफ्थ सिक्स्थ डे में बहुत ज्यादा वीकनेस शुरू हो जाती है. So you have to brace up for it. You have to make a plan that somebody supports her. Suddenly आप कुछ कर नहीं पाओगे. Otherwise आप वहां पर नहीं हो. The doctor is telling us constantly, and when we are telling her, she's screaming at us कि तुमने किसी से क्यों बोला कि मुझे खाना देके जाए.
Yeah, so these are the things that we have a lot of inflexibility, I would say, when it comes to receiving help from people. We are very inflexible. We want it our way. We want it from one particular person. We want it from, you know, and that too the way, exactly the way we want it.
Yeah.
Now, these are things which now, for example, even if you set somebody to give food, right? Now, if that person is not going to make the food the way you want it, if
Yeah.
they are making some simple food and giving, for example, just a curd rice, okay? Now, that's the way they cook, okay? Now, if you are a person who wants roti, you'll be like, that's why I didn't want to ask, because they are
Huh.
making curd rice and giving.
Correct. No, and then like there is one bhabhi who my mother-in-law doesn't like at all. She's like, मैं मर भी जाऊंगी उसके हाथ का खाना नहीं खाऊंगी.
Yes.
So I was, and now since I know, I said earlier I was not able to relate. Now, like since I am into healing and know, I was like, she's just stopping her receiving. She will not receive from anybody. This is how she behaves. The
Yeah.
whole world is standing to help them, and now if they don't behave like this, they will stop receiving from everybody.
Yeah.
Because they just want उनका ही बहू बेटा आकर के उनके लिए सब कुछ करे.
Exactly. So this is where we all are very fixed. We're very fixed the way we want things, from whom we want things. You must only do it for me, and the way I want you to do it for me. I'll give you a very small example. Like yesterday, after so many days of my nephew being in the hospital, yesterday there was something, some conversation I was having with my ex-husband. And I just messaged him that Ram is in the ICU. Obviously, we've been together for 27, so he knows all my relatives, right? So he just said, do you want me to do some healing? Which was a fair offer, right? I said, but already a lot of healers are involved. Even in Chennai, there are a lot of people doing healing. Then I also did healing. And there is another group of Paramahams Yoganand Katengi where I've sent the request. So already a lot of healing is being done. So I guess it's okay. Okay, fine. He said, fine, okay. If required, let me know. And over, conversation. But in my head, I'm like, he didn't even call me. He should have called me and asked me, how is Ram? मतलब, so divorce ले रहे हैं तो क्या हो गया? He must be, what do you call that? Cordial enough, courteous enough. कि अगर family member is someone who's so close is unwell, तो एक phone करके तो पूछो कि कैसा है. Then second expectations is like, oh, he should call my cousin. I mean, the father of the child who's in the hospital. That उनको भाई साहब को phone करके पूछना चाहिए उनको कि कैसा है राम. Now, what are these expectations, right? Instead of appreciating that he offered healing, he said that, okay, fine, agar zarurat ho to bata dena, main kar dunga. Not appreciating that, but then getting into the story of he didn't call and ask me. He didn't even call them. He's just like only bothered about himself. And then I'll go further downward, oh, that good that we are not together. That is why I didn't want to be with this person. Now it'll go like 100,000 things which are stored in your head, unnecessary, irrelevant, and detrimental, and you will start going into that downward spiral of thoughts. But thankfully, I catch myself. Only in the second statement when I was like, he should have called me, and second was, he should call them. And then I stopped at that. I was like,
सारा
okay,
mind का game है. सारा mind का game है. यही पकड़ लो उसको.
obviously, I will stop it. I will just say stop. I just say stop, Vandana. Like literally, I'll say stop here. And then I will say, if I have an expectation, I can just simply call him and tell him that aap phone karke pooch lo. It can be that simple. That is being assertive. Okay. And, or if I'm upset, I can simply call him and say that, okay, fine, you know what? You didn't call, I was feeling upset. Over. I'm sure next time he'll know that, okay, when something like this, she expects me to call, and maybe he'll call, maybe he'll not, but I can just express it, right? I can just say, hey, you know what? Because yesterday I was so upset about my nephew, and when I told you and you didn't call me, I felt bad. Very simple. We can keep it so simple. But we complicate it so much in our heads that, like, I even called him out. I mean, I immediately, when I got this thought, when I said stop, And I was like, okay, what is it? What is it doing to me? I just want to talk to him. I want to talk to somebody who knows the situation, somebody to tell me that it's going to be fine. That's what I want. That's all. It's, because I am stressed. Now, instead of acknowledging that I am stressed and I want someone to call me and tell me that, okay, and someone in the sense, someone who knows some family member, somebody, to tell me that he's going to be all right, don't worry, we are here. That is my expectation, actual expectation. Okay. But all of this is camouflage. He didn't call me, he's insensitive, he's this, he's that. Like, really? Is he? No. It's my own
reaction.
Yeah, it is my, it's the being. And you know what I did? Instantly I went into, okay, how old am I being? I said, how old am I being? I got 23. 23. When I would have just got married 2 years to my marriage, he must have said no to something and I would have been very angry. Like some fucking situation which I would have reacted.
That's a very good thing that you've suggested, that check your age when you're
I
somewhere.
always do that.
I didn't know this earlier also, you had said one day, but I didn't know how it relates. People often talk about your inner child. I mean, I'm not talking about my childhood, but say, even if I'm stuck at 50.
Yesterday also can be inner child.
Yeah. So I said 50 because I actually have a lot of fun with friends,
Yeah.
whether at work or whether otherwise. So
Yeah.
now I'm judging the situation and judging particularly the friends, like who are not there for me.
Yeah.
And you said it right, that when you want somebody to listen to you, you just want to blast it out.
Yeah.
And so I called up one cousin of mine few days back, whom I've not spoken to for many, many years, And so she's in Lucknow, and I just called her up and I said, I'm missing you. And she said, okay, let's talk. So 1 hour, I just blasted what was inside me. I didn't even listen to her. I didn't even listen to her. It was just my need to empty myself out.
And we need people like that. It's okay. And we must have our handful of people like that. Jinko, you don't have any agendas. They know, acha, she's calling to vent. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's absolutely fine. And I have those few people whom I know. I'll tell them that, you know what, I'm just calling to vent. I'm just filled too much in my own thoughts. I'm calling to vent. You just listen. And thankfully they'll be like, bol. I adore those few beautiful people that I have in my life. Out of which one is, of course.
So after 1 hour of talking to this cousin, I felt how useless was this talk,
Yeah.
I said, why it was not needed. And poor girl who's not in touch with me for many, many years, I'm telling her how miserable I am. It's not miserable. It's like,
no, it's okay. You don't have to be so hard on yourself also. See, I have had conversations with a couple of my friends. Like, I'll tell them, I know I'm being stupid. I know I'm doing this, which is not like the best choice. I know I'm making a stupid choice, but I still want to do it. I still want to be this. I still want to be this stubborn. I still want to be this kid. Now, after all of that, the beauty of that is when you say all this, it's just acknowledgement of what you're being right now. Okay. And then the other person will be like, whatever you be, I still love you. Like, oh, that just like, oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's the only thing that you want to hear ultimately.
Exactly. It's just that. It's not at all, and how did yesterday on my Facebook memories, I got an old, post where I would have tagged Adesh. And usme there was a quote that he had written. Matlab Shairo Shairi, he is also a Shairo Shairi person. He also writes beautifully. And there are common traits between me and him. Singing, he sings very beautifully and stuff like that. Geeta, I'm muting you, a lot of noise. So, the quote that came was, या तो दीवाना हंसे या जिसे होश न हो, वरना इस दुनिया में आके मुस्कुराता कौन है. ओके. ठीक है.
Which one are you, Vandana?
Both.
You made me laugh early in the morning.
Chorus क्या आता है ना, जग कहे तू दीवाना, मैं कहूँ जग दीवाना.
तो जब ये when I read that on my FB memories, तो बस शरारत, like you know, I was like, I messaged him a voice message and I said this whole thing, या तो दीवाना हंसे या जिसे होश ना हो, वरना इस दुनिया में आके मुस्कुराता कौन है, क्या आप मुस्कुराए आज? And then he is like, हाँ हाँ याद है मेरे को, ये मैं ही लिखा था. तो मैं बोली हाँ पता है मेरे को भी. And then I just struck a conversation. And it was a lively thing. And then I told about, okay, Ram is unwell and he's in the hospital. He said, अरे तू बताई क्यों नहीं मुझे? मैं पहले से healing चालू कर देता उसके लिए. I've worked with 11 COVID patients and they've gotten better. So it was a very nice conversations. But in the end, I went into this wrongness of him that he didn't call me.
No, Vandana, like when I go for Brahmgyan classes, sessions, they say that जो भी कुछ है ना वो हमारा mind है जो हमारे पर हावी हो जाता है.
Absolutely.
So they say mind का tendency is like water, which will always flow down the slope. It will always go down.
Yes.
But उसको पानी को ऊपर भेजने के लिए पंप लगाना पड़ता है.
Correct.
And that pump is, for example, Access में बोलेंगे question पूछो.
Questions. Yes.
You know,
Questions.
yeah. So yeah, Brahmgyan में बोलेंगे वचन लगाओ. So they always say कि mind is like water. जैसे ही उसको नीचे कुछ दिखाई देगा वो the slope
It will
होना.
keep going detrimental. It will just go in the downward spiral like crazily.
Yeah.
Thankfully, now I can like immediately catch myself.
Yeah.
And the moment I did, how old am I being? I said 23. I was like, okay, fine. बहुत सारे किस्से हैं 23 के.
So the moment you catch your thought, just imagine it's like water and it's going down. Just push it up.
And that is so relieving. I didn't even go to heal that part at all. I didn't do nothing. I was like, I realized, oh, 23 means what? I was just married 3 years down the lane. There were so many things that were happening. I can't sit and like get to healing all of that. It's okay, it's over. Now let me get back to 49. And then that whole thing subsided, completely subsided. No more charge. It can be so simple. And then I will also ask myself that, okay, what could I have done different here? Instead of thinking this way, what could have been a constructive thought here? And then I got this, I could have just called him and told him that, I'm really stressed and I wanted to talk to somebody. Making myself vulnerable and weak in front of someone whom I don't want to be weak. Okay?
Just be you. Just be you.
Yeah, that when we lower down all these barriers, right? It can be so simple. And really, I'm telling you, the moment I acknowledged that, right, it just shifted. It just shifted. I didn't have any anger against him. Instead, I had gratitude. At least he asked me for that. Do you want me to do healing? And that's it. And of course, I didn't go further and ask him that I'm healing or anything. That would be overcompensation then. I also catch myself there that, finally I found like, okay, this was my mistake. Then at least maybe I can make him happy by telling him कि आप healing कर दो. Now that is overcompensation for the guilt. And then I didn't do that also. I was like, that is also not required. It's fine. Actually, बहुत लोग healing कर रहे हैं, अभी ज़रूरत नहीं है. And so I don't have to first feel angry in my own head and then want to please him in my own head. We are like beautiful, wonderful people. We'll do everything in our own head. तो मुझे एक्चुअली तो वो कोट देख के मुझे बहुत हंसी आई कि हाँ मैं तो दोनों हूँ, मुझे होश तो कभी रहता नहीं और मैं दीवानी तो हुई. इसीलिए अभी भी like I can just do this stupid things like हाँ I'll send him that message and I'll tell कि हाँ याद आया क्या. Like people laugh at me like, are you really divorcing? Yeah, I am. Then what is all this? So I said, who said divorce lena matlab kabhi bhi pyar se baat nahi karna? Ye kisne bola?
I'm taking divorce or just fun and laughter.
I said abhi
Actually,
fir se naya life, naya beginning.
but I think everything starts when you feel. I sometimes want to feel that I miss on that musty and fun
Yeah.
with like-minded people, and then I create a story.
Yeah.
I'm irritated, I'm expecting, and nobody is responding. You know, like I
No,
create my
and
own story
even
in
if
my
we are
head.
expecting, na Kiran, it's not wrong. But only thing is, what is wrong is making other people wrong for not fulfilling your expectation, or making yourself wrong for expecting even. Instead of that, of course, I mean, doing Soul Temple helps because you become neutral in the first place. But if you're now, I don't have to do Soul Temple also. Now immediately I get it because itna kar chuki hu main Soul Temple. I've done so much Soul Temple in 7-8 years that now I just simply acknowledging it, I immediately get it. Okay, fine, okay. This was what was going on. That's all. It has become much simpler in my universe that I immediately do some questions, acknowledge what's going on. If I want to take a further step, I'll take it. If not, I'll just retrieve. That's all. I won't make it so big in my head, because that is what hurts. That is what creates the throat pain. That is what will create some other pain in the body. Do I want pain in my body? No, I don't want. I love my body, and I want my body to be absolutely fit and fine. And for that, I'm going to do whatever is required. So this is where, when you catch yourself thinking down, like that downward spiral, like Sanju said, like that water going downward, you have to immediately, first thing is stop. Like how you have the traffic signal which says red light, stop, right? Yellow, then green. So when you stop and then say what next, 3 times. This is a tool given by Naran sir, Balakumar Naran sir from Chennai. I was in one of his workshop and he said, when the mind is overworking, just ask, pause, and then say what next. And then when you get another thought, say what next. Then you get another thought, say what next. You won't have thoughts after that.
Sorry, Vanda, could you repeat? I didn't get that. What Naran sir said?
Just ask what next. When
Okay.
one thought is coming, ask what next. What next? What next? Suddenly it'll be like, the mind will get puzzled. Ye kya hai?
You know, Vandana,
Actually, my phone paused,
able to-
while we were talking.
Yeah.
So that was an indication that stop your mind and pause and think again, like, what do
Yeah.
you want next?
Yeah. Pause and then what next?
Yeah.
Stop, what next? Stop, what next?
You know what, Vandana, sometimes we're not even able to catch our thought because it just goes on so unconsciously. It just goes on inside.
It
So like
does.
yesterday, no, I'll just tell you something. Like yesterday, I can see Rajat is getting very irritated these days and very irritable for a small little thing. He'd be yelling, and so I could see, okay, definitely उसके दिमाग में जो thoughts चल रहे हैं वो negative वाले ही चल रहे हैं. कहीं downward spiral में जा रहा है वो अभी. Like he will say he's a foodie. And अभी वो सिर्फ कल के चावल रखे होंगे, अभी कोई दाल बनी होगी, उठा के चुपचाप खा लेगा, पेट भी नहीं करेगा. He was somebody who would plate his food, who would decorate his food and eat nicely. So I could see कि वो थोड़ा downward spiral में जा रहा है. So I asked him, what are the thoughts that are bothering you right now? तो he said, मैं तो thoughtless हूँ, मुझे कोई thought नहीं आते. मैंने बोला ऐसा हो नहीं, जिस दिन तुम thoughtless हो जाओगे उस दिन तुम भगवान बन जाओगे. ये तो हो नहीं सकता कि तुम्हारे thought को तुम पकड़ नहीं पा रहे हो. Sit and you just see what is the quality of your thoughts right now, because I mean I can see with your behavior that तुम्हारे thought जो है वो नीचे quality वाले आ रहे हैं इस समय. So you better be aware about it and push it up.
Yeah, but then, you know what, Sanju? Like, there's men think different than women. Okay, the men's brain functions different from women's brains, and that's like a full study. So when I saw that video on YouTube long back, somebody had told me, see that men's brain versus women's brain.
Yeah,
It's
I've
a,
seen that.
you've seen that, right? So this women will, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Men will be, I'm not thinking anything. Because they're really not thinking anything. They're just like, okay, like, you know, it said that women's brain, one wire to another wire to another wire to another wire, it's all entangled. For men, there are boxes, office, home, this, that. And they just be, when they are in one box, they're in that box. They're not mixing everything. Okay. So that's this women's thing. Because when I saw that, I laughed so much because I always just, क्या सोच रहे हो? क्या सोच रहे हो? कुछ तो सोच रहे हो. ऐसे तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि कोई कुछ नहीं सोचे. When I saw that, I was like, oh God, this is my issue. he's
So
not
like
thinking.
he'll get up in the morning and he'll say, कुछ करने को तो है नहीं, उठने को भी मन नहीं करता. You know, there's nothing to do in life right now. You know, so those indications that, you know, you're just giving us negative self-talk. There is so
See, that is something that when the person starts saying, you already identify, okay, he's saying something. But sometimes, you know, that's what, if you really recognize that men need their space to do whatever they want to do, to change their choices and everything. They don't want to talk about it. Women want to talk about everything. For women, talking about it is changing it. For men, it is, I want to process it in my own way. Okay. Now, this is where, if we start acknowledging that, okay, he needs his space and he'll process it in his own way. I want to talk because it's in my head and I want to vent it out, or I want to talk about it and all that. But both are functioning differently. So then your need to talk it out, you can fulfill it by talking it to some other person, that I'm feeling this about what he's feeling. Okay. To some close friend, somebody who's a confidant, and give him his time and his space to process it in his own way till he comes and asks, hey, you know what, I'm kind of disturbed and I want to talk. That's a very, very different approach to, you know, when it is relationships, very close spouse relationship, partner relationship, man and woman, then you have to give them that time to think on their own. And then when they come and ask that, okay, fine, you know what, this is going on in my head and I really want to change this. And then when you offer help, it is highly appreciated. And it is also like, you know, the person feels respected by being given the space that he deserves and he requires. Okay. Now, these are the things I have learned over a period of time. Lot of things I did, lot of videos, lot of, you know, these conversations about yin yang, NLP, left brain, right brain, how men function, how women function. So much I have read on it, so much I have worked on it. And that is why I know that talking it out is not an option for most of the men. I mean, some men are very feminine. That is a different thing. They want to talk also. But that is the men who are pretty, like their inclination is more towards the feminine side and they're more feminine. That doesn't mean they're gay. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that they are more compassionate. They are more like sensitive. So the feminine qualities are more. And those men will like to talk. They will like to talk about it. They will like to address things. And the men who are like very, who the masculine is dominant, they will like to just keep quiet and just do nothing, be with themselves, take their own time. And then when they are given that time and space without any disturbance and interference and interruption, they will process it and they will come out with their own solution. And then they would like to talk about it. Then they would like to, and they might like to talk to other men about it than other women about it. So, you know, and these are not personal. It's not personal. We take it personally. I've also been there, done that. But when I learned all these things, I realized that, okay, nobody is wrong here. It's just the way they function, and it's just the way we function. And if I have a need to talk about it, I can just call up a friend and call and say that, you know what, for example, if he doesn't have a job and it's making me feel this and blah, 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 I can go and vent it out somewhere rather than making him wrong and making myself wrong either. Life can be a lot more easier when we recognize the differences of each other and respect the difference. It is so important to recognize the difference in the way we all function and respect that difference. Like, for example, like what, 4-5 days ago, I think I was just telling my daughter, basically I was just telling her, but then I don't know, I just feel that, you know, maybe if I come to Goa, you will not feel very, like you will feel restricted because now you have your own life and your own job and everything. And she was like, nahi, aisa kuch nahi, Mama, you can come anytime you want. Okay. And she very nicely, very simply, she said, whenever you want to book your ticket and come. She didn't tell me anything else. When my son called me the next day, he said that, why are you making her emotional and why are you giving her emotional messages and all? And because it'll disturb her from her work. Because for him, it is like that if I get emotional, he gets disturbed. Okay? So he's operating from his space and he's telling me, कि उसको ये सब message मत क्या करो, because then she'll get disturbed and she'll not be able to, you know, because she told me that, oh, Mama was getting emotional and I think Mama should come here and she's alone and she's not fine and all of that. Now, she, being a girl, she's processing it in her own way. Oh, maybe Mama is feeling alone. Maybe Mama is emotional. All of that. Now, these are all maybe, right? Maybe. But then when my son called and told me, I got angry. I was like, I was not being emotional. I was just asking her. It was just a simple question. And then where did I displacement of anger? Because I won't tell my son anything because he will then not talk for 1 month if I get angry. Okay. So I told her that तेरे को क्या जरूरत थी भैया को बोलने की? तू मेरे को भी तो बोल सकती थी कि मामा आप इमोशनल हो रहे हो क्या? या पूछ सकती थी या बोल सकती थी नहीं आना है मेरे को गोवा. It's so idiotic, right? But what I do, right? Thankfully, I really have that. I walk my talk. I'm not like a person who's preaching something and doing something different. I immediately sat with myself. I was like, she started crying that day. It's like, Mama, आप ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो? मैं क्यों ऐसे सोचूंगी कि आप इधर मत आओ ये वो? How can you like talk like this? And then I also changed that conversation. We started laughing also and everything. But I was like, I was feeling, shit, man, why did I make her cry? Then after that, yesterday I booked my ticket. And I called her that, अच्छा मैं ticket book कर ली हूँ, मैं आ रही हूँ. And she's like, आप तो नहीं आने वाले थे. मैं बोली, अब मैं आ रही हूँ. तो like, हाँ आओ, मैं जब बोल रही थी तब तो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. तो अच्छा ठीक है, आओगे तो ये भी ले आना, वो भी ले आना, वो भी ले आना, वो भी ले आना. It can be as simple as that, right? We make it very complicated. We really make things complicated in our heads. And within 3 days, it all changed. And then she also said, "Abhi bhaiya bahut gussa karega." ठीक है. So I said, हाँ मेरे को भी पता है कि वो गुस्सा करेगा, but चलेगा, हम दोनों manage कर लेंगे. Now, not making anybody wrong here, knowing that every person is different, every person processes things differently, and she is very assertive. Thankfully, because she learned all of these. She was my guinea pig from the age of 12. She's been going through therapies and this and that and everything. Everything I learn, I talk to her. Okay, so she has learned it simply without even going to classes, just by seeing what I do. So that day only when she was crying, she was like, Mama, मैं आपकी जैसे नहीं हूँ. अगर आप मेरे को बोलोगे कि मेरे को आने का मन है पर मेरे को लग रहा है कि ऐसे ऐसे, तो मैं यही बोलूंगी कि आप आ जाओ, क्योंकि हाँ मेरे को लगता है कि आप इमोशनल हो रहे हो और आप अकेले हो, मैं सोचती हूँ आपके बारे में और मैं केयर करती हूँ आपके बारे में, इसके लिए मैं आपको बोली कि आप आ जाओ। और मैं भैया को इसलिए बोली क्योंकि मेरे को पता है कि भैया बोलेगा कि अभी क्या जरूरत है उनको ट्रैवल करने की, तो इसलिए मैं भैया को कुछ डिफरेंट बोल दी कि हाँ मम्मा इमोशनल हो रही थी इसलिए मैं बुला ली, तो क्योंकि मैं मैनिपुलेटिव हूँ। मैं आपके जैसे नहीं हूँ, सब बात ऐसे से प्लेन एंड सिंपल बोलना। आसान हो जाती है जिंदगी अगर थोड़ा मैनिपुलेट कर लो तो। So it is that simple between me and her. That simple. And that's the beauty when all relationships can be this way, right? That is assertive. I said what I wanted to say, she said what she wanted to say, and then it changed. That's all, over. Doesn't at all carry forward. It doesn't become big. It doesn't at all, कोई राई का पहाड़ नहीं बन रहा है, कोई इनर चाइल्ड नहीं क्रिएट हो रहा है। हो गया जितना इनर चाइल्ड होना था क्रिएट, अभी सब अडल्ट कॉन्वर्सेशन। And whenever somebody is operating from the child state, at least between me and her, thankfully, she will immediately, because she's learned transactional analysis, so she will immediately go into that parent state if I'm becoming a child. And then she'll bring that conversation to an adult conversation. It's the beauty of learning all these things, right? Is so conversations become easier, relationships become healthier. There is more harmony, there's more peace inside, there's more peace outside. And for me, it is like, the reason I do all these talks also, like these morning conversations which I'm doing, is because I have a treasure box with me. Like I've invested so much of my time, so much of money, so much of me into learning these things and reading and implementing, and that, like, if I go on doing this for another 1 year, still I'll have more. So much of abundant of this ability to deal with life and relationships. I have developed the skills, going to so many different classes, so many different books, working with so many different people. So many people I've worked with, like thousands of people I've worked with in the last 10 years. And every person that I have worked with has given me more, perspective, more openness to, oh, this is also possible, that is also possible. People think this way also, people think that way also. And that thing, right, recognizing the difference that you be and recognizing the difference that people be and respecting that difference. It is so, so important. It is so, so important. And if we all could learn to recognize and respect the difference of each other, there wouldn't be hurts. Hurts won't get created. There wouldn't be a need to accumulate hurts. There wouldn't be a need to hurt another. There would be a need to hurt yourself. And that's where assertive communication is so important. It's so important. Being authentic in your expression, especially with your loved ones. If you're feeling weak, it's okay to say, I'm feeling very weak and I'm feeling very emotional. And if you're feeling egoistic also, I mean, you can sometimes also go back and say, at that time I was being very egoistic, I'm sorry. And it's okay. And you can also go and say, hey, you know what, despite me being egoistic, the way you responded, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. I do all these things. I go say sorry. I go say, I want you to know that I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for that small thing that you offer. I was upset because I was upset about the big things that were going on in my head. But now I'm not. And thank you so much for holding space for me. Holding space is not only when a healer does a therapy for you, right? There are so many people who hold space for us. There are so many people in our life who are just there for us. I'm fortunate that, fortunate, and at the same time also I must say that I've also contributed that much. That there are people who really, really unconditionally are there for me and they care for me. And I can like count on them. That song, right? My son, when he was small, he sent me that song, that few English songs. I don't know many English songs, but it's like, you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like, you know, I don't forget, I've forgotten the lyrics, but it's a beautiful song. So whenever something like that happens, right, I would just go look back at that song. I'll share that song. I will tell, you know what, thank you for being there, because I know I can count on you. You know, it is important to get off our egoistic heads and thinking that we are bigger and we know better, and be willing to acknowledge even the smallest gesture of someone who loves, someone who truly cares, and tell them that, hey, you know what, thank you. When Dr. Dane here in one of the Instagram, he said that, you know, start telling people that I want you to know that I'm grateful for you. It was one of the Instagram No Filter Friday or something. I literally for a month, I picked up five people every day, and I would tell them, I want you to know that I'm grateful for you for a month. Can you imagine how many people I have? And that expanded my universe like anything. It was brilliant. Just a second. So this is energetic connection. I was talking about my son and he called. He doesn't call at this time. He's in US. Okay. I acknowledge even the smallest, no coincidences, right? When you expand your heart and when you send love to somebody and you tell just simply sitting here that I want you to know that I'm grateful for you, it reaches. Similarly, when we curse someone, when we think ill about somebody, when we talk ill about somebody, that also reaches. Okay. So wouldn't it be wiser to know, and especially if you think you are evolved, if you think you are spiritual and others are not, then it's more your responsibility to be wise enough to not go the detrimental path, to not think detrimental about yourself and anybody else also. Because like how Asta Gulati in one of her Instagram very beautifully, she said, if you are here, okay, and if your cup is overflowing, like how my cup is overflowing, I'm giving all this information just like that to people because there's so much I have, right? So when this information is coming and here somebody is here receiving that, okay, but if I expect that this person here is going to come and give me exactly what I am giving, isn't it stupid? I already have that. I've been giving a lot. This person is receiving. I can be grateful for the person to receive. And at the same time, this person may have something else where I can go down and receive from that person. And not keep myself here only all the time. Now, expecting people to do the same thing that you did to them is stupidity because they can't do what you have done to them. They have something different to offer. But if you want the same thing that, oh, I gave you this, so you give me this. Like really? That person doesn't know how to give that. That person has something else to offer. But when you respect the difference, for example, when we started off the calls and in a couple of days, Kiran sent me those paintings and happiness, peace. I appreciate that. I don't know how to make those drawings. but that was beautiful that came from them. Then somebody else sent me something. So when people send me different things, it is beautiful to receive what is their brilliance. Like, for example, this girl who wrote this whole testimony in such a poetic way that today I can smell the flowers and I can, this rain, I feel the rain, I feel the coffee. She wrote it like in very poetic expression of how alive she's feeling that day. I just like was amazed to read that. I was like, how did you write this? It was so beautiful. You should write more often. Okay. I appreciate those different things that people have, which I may or may not have, or I may be writing, but I don't know how to write in that elaborate description of beauty of everything. I like to learn from that. But okay, am I going to sit and break my head? Oh, if I don't do this, then I'm not good enough. No, not like that. It's like, हाँ ठीक है यार, मुझे सब कुछ करना जरूरी नहीं है. If my mother cooks great laddus, and if I'm a little not so great at it, I mean, if she's cooking like say at 100, and if I'm cooking at a 70, I'm not going to expect myself to get to 100 to cook like my mother. She's cooked for 50 more years than me. I'm not doing competition with her. I'll tell her, नहीं लड्डू आप ही बना देना. मैं खा लूंगी. मैं आपके लिए कुछ और बॉडी प्रोसेस कर दूंगी. लड्डू मुझे बैठ के बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप हो ना बनाने के लिए. Now that makes them feel appreciated, not competed. There's no need for competition actually. We don't need to compete with anybody in this world. Everybody has their own unique, beautiful flavor to add, flower to add to your bouquet, right? It's beautiful when you can like really acknowledge, recognize, and respect the difference that each one of us is.
I would like to acknowledge that there are people around me. That's the beauty I'm seeing now. I mean, I've always appreciated, but my children, like you talk about your kids, and I also remember these two girls that I have catch my nerve. Last few days, as I said, I was irritated. And so I go into my shell, not asking her for anything. I just sit down chanting, listening to music in my room. But she knew that I was restless. And so my little daughter, and she just called for some flowers. So around 8 o'clock in the night, I get a big, huge packet of flowers. And I said, who sent this? I said, it's not my birthday, it's not Mother's Day, it's not anything. And I could only sense that she could have sent it, nobody from outside. And so it's such a beautiful thing what she sent.
Yeah.
The point is like, I enjoy doing, I've done Ikebana, and I said, I'm missing out on certain things. So they give you a bunch of flowers and twigs and everything, and you create your own design.
Okay.
So for 1 week, you can use those, creating a new bouquet every day.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a subscription.
Yeah.
For a month, she's given me that.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now that's the beauty. Like,
yeah. So I just loved it, and I said, of course, from my heart, I'm so grateful that she knows what I like to do. She's saying, "Mom, painting kar lo." I said, "Nahi karni hai, bahut kar diya." Short kar lo, nahi karni hai. So she knew ultimately the flowers. I talked to my flowers.
Yeah. So that is the beauty of acknowledging that there are so many beautiful people in our life.
Yeah.
And actually going and telling them that I want you to know that I'm grateful for you.
Yeah.
It is when Dane here said that statement just expanded my universe. First thing I said, I want you to know, Dane, that I'm grateful for you. I wrote on the comments, and then later on, every day I was tagging 5 people, and I was saying, I want you to know I'm grateful for you. And after that, I've made this my way of life. I tell everybody who does something that touches my heart, I will tell them that I want you to know that I'm grateful for you. So some things are so brilliant that Dane talks, and I love Dane. Like, I just love Dane. I adore him to the core of my being. So much has shifted after I read Being You, and I attended Being You class and ESB, and now I'm reading Body Whispering, and such people are just like, their existence is a gift. And when he always says, right, what if you truly being you is the gift and the possibility that the world requires? Every time I hear this question in every tour of consciousness and then looking forward to meet you in person, I was like, oh my God, I want to see this person one day. And I saw, of course, I met him twice. And that was so inspiring. That was so inspiring at that time when I didn't have any hopes that how to go about things. And so, yeah, these were why these people attracted me so much, because someday I wanted to be like that. Someday I wanted to contribute the way they contribute. And a beautiful thing that Emily said, Emily Evans, that she said, when we are asking that what would, like, for example, Access says that if you see something in somebody, ask that what would it be like for me to have this? Okay, I would like to have this. But she said something very beautiful. She said, I would like to have this in a way that works for me. And that was like, wow, mind blowing. I was like, yeah, I would like to have this in a way that works for me. So yeah, I mean, these are the things that I have picked up from these free Instagrams and free lives. And I make note of that. And then I say that 100 times to myself. And then it becomes a way of life. But I practice. I never stop practicing. Right now I'm learning face yoga. Evening I'll attend the class, morning I'll sit and do the exercise, and I'll make sure that it becomes a habit. Not, of course, if there are 30 exercises, I can't do 30 exercises every day. But out of that, even if I pick up 3 or 6 or 5, and if I do that every day also, that becomes a habit.
Who's teaching, Vandana?
There's this Sarva Yoga Studios. The founder of this is some guy called Sarvesh Sashi. And Malaika Arora is the co-founder. And the person who's teaching the yoga is Mansi Gulati. And it was just 500 rupees for 5 days. Sarva Yoga Studios, you can download their app also. Yeah. SARVA, Sarva, and then Yoga Studio or whatever. I mean, you'll get information.
I would like to know about Narayan sir's class that you mentioned.
Narayan sir's, I keep sharing the information on the groups.
Yeah, but what is it about? I'm not aware.
Oh, he does like an N number of classes. If you go to his website, you'll know. I mean, connect to, I think the website details are given on those things.
I'll check that. Okay.
Yeah. It's reachnaran.com, REACHNARAN.com. Now, these are people who are endlessly contributing without any agendas. Like Naran sir is one, I've done all his workshops, like all his workshops. Kahan jaake workshop kiya. I would, if I am sitting in Pune and if the workshop is happening in Ahmedabad, I will go to Ahmedabad and do the workshop. I'll go to Chennai and do the workshop. The workshop price will be say 4,000, but I will spend like 10,000 in traveling and go and do the workshop. Now this is my madness, like, you know, that divangi. I am junoon hai mujhe. Like, I can go on and on to learn healing, different types of healing and everything. It's just my inner calling, basically. So that's why I've learned so much into healing and different teachers and different people. And everybody has contributed in some form or manner. And I just acknowledge their contribution, like on an everyday basis. When I use any tool of that one person, I will always in my heart extend my gratitude that thank you so much for this tool. And small tools which are there on their websites for free. If people say, right, oh, healing is so expensive, yes, there are courses that are very expensive, but then so much is available. If really somebody wants to learn, if really somebody wants to do their homework and change their life, everything is possible in low cost, high cost, whatever cost. But are you willing to pay that cost and invest that time into the change that you desire? I was willing, and so I'm here. And yeah, I mean, whoever is willing will reach. Where there's a will, there is a way. Always. Right? So that's about it. Thank you, people. And tomorrow and day after, we are not doing class. Now I'll see you on Monday morning. Cool. Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Muskan.
Have a
Nice
great weekend.
Thank you, Dee. Safe travel.
Vandana.
Thank you so much, Vandana. Safe travel.
Thank you so much.
The travel bit.
I'll see you from Goa.
Yeah.
And enjoy Goa. You know, when you said you're traveling, I was wondering, यार वन्ना दी कैसे जा रही है? फिर मेरे को अपने मन में आया कि यार वो कुछ भी कर सकती है, तो
मैं
जब
पूरे साल में लॉकडाउन मार्च में हुआ ना, पिछले मार्च से लेके अभी तक आई हैव ट्रैवल्ड 14 सिटीज.
वाओ.
मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता और मुझे कोई कोविड नहीं होने वाला. चलो बाय.
Bye.
Bye.